Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about free things to do in Cleveland. This video is jam-packed and I surprised myself when I put this footage together. It's 12 places that I stopped by while in the city. Most were located within a few blocks of each other in the heart of downtown Cleveland, and all of them were free to see. Overall, Cleveland is a beautiful city to visit, especially if you love history and historic buildings. So, let's get started. Number 1. Terminal Tower. Getting off the train from the airport, Tower City is the stop to get off if you want to explore downtown Cleveland. The train terminal is located in the lower level of this tall building. Terminal Tower was the second tallest building in the entire world when it was built, and up until 1964, it was the tallest building in North America outside of New York City. The building's 42nd floor is home to an observation deck. It only opens on Saturday and Sunday afternoons on certain dates. Tickets are only $5, which is very cheap for an observation deck. I wasn't there on the right dates, so I could not go up, but the building is still worth a visit. The tower is on the National Register of Historic Places, and the architectural details alone are reason enough to visit this beautiful building. Number 2. The Soldiers and Sailors Monument. Right outside of Terminal Tower in the public square is the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. This is a Civil War monument from 1894 to honor the soldiers who served during the war. There is a small exhibit in the base of the monument where you can read and learn more about this period in history and the monument. The guides inside are very friendly and knowledgeable, so don't be afraid to ask questions. If you speak to the guides, they might even be willing to take you underground to see the tunnels and structure underneath that holds up the weight of the monument. Number 3. The Old Stone Church. Across the street from Cleveland's public square is Old Stone Church, also a historic building in the city. It stands as the oldest building on public square. Right outside of the church is the bell that was rung during a service celebrating the end of the Civil War. The building is a beautiful piece of history and architecture. I was unable to enter when I visited, but you are supposedly able to enter through the side doors to see the interior. Number 4. The Arcade. Not too far from Public Square is another historic building, the Arcade. This building was America's first indoor shopping center. It was also the city's first building to be listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Its glass-domed center, gilded interior, and the string lights make this place a magical place to visit, especially at night. Now the building primarily houses the Hyatt Regency, starting on the second level, while the lower level remains mostly empty. However, anyone can walk through the lower level of the arcade in the day to admire the building's beauty. Number 5. Cathedral of St. John. This church is also located just a few blocks from Public Square. It's a peaceful place that you can enter from the wooden doors out front. Inside, there are beautifully detailed ceilings, glass windows depicting various scenes from the Bible, and bronze reliefs on the walls of scenes from the crucifixion. Number 6. The Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. This is another beautiful building in the city. Inside it houses a museum that is free to visit. Again, this facility had very limited hours, Monday to Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I was unable to go in, but inside there are free exhibits to learn about the history of the US currency. Number 7. Cleveland Public Library. This library is another architectural beauty in the city. Built in 1869, it served as the first large public library that allowed people to select books directly from the bookshelves. The building features historic ceilings and original leather doors. At the time of my visit, they had an exhibition of moving, fuzzy-looking machines that interacted with each other within the space of the exhibit. Upstairs, there were other exhibits like this one about Superman. If you are here, take a few minutes to visit and enjoy the exhibits and the preserved architectural details. Number 8. Rockefeller Greenhouse and Gardens. While this site was about a half-hour bus ride from the city center, it is well worth the visit if you appreciate a beautiful garden. This is a public botanical garden and greenhouse that is open 7 days a week to the public. Admission and parking are free. Inside the greenhouse, there are tropical plants, fruit trees, orchids, and different seasonal displays. Outside, there are specialty gardens, but because it was winter during my visit, there was nothing in bloom. The gardens are definitely worth a visit again in the spring when the plants start blooming again. Number 9. Cleveland Cultural Gardens. Between the Rockefeller Greenhouse on the way to the Cleveland Museum of Art are the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. Each garden has a green sign denoting which culture the garden represents and a statue or plaque that celebrates that culture. The gardens are fairly spread out, so plan your time or just choose a section you would want to visit. Number 10. Cleveland Museum of Art. The museum has an impressive collection of over 63,000 pieces of art. It is one of the most well-endowed museums in the US and has an open access program allowing free general admission to all. Take advantage of the free guided tours that are offered almost every day to learn more about the art in the museum's collection. Number 11. Cleveland Trust Company Building. Now a Heinen's grocery store, step inside not only to shop but to see this historic building's preserved domed roof and murals. Lastly, number 12. Playhouse Sqaure. Visit Playhouse Sqaure not only to enjoy the historic theaters and to see a show, but also to see this GE chandelier, the largest outdoor chandelier in the US. Made up of over 4,200 crystals, the chandelier stands 20 feet tall and hangs on a 44-foot-high structure. Cleveland is a city steeped in history, and luckily it has preserved a lot of that history for visitors and residents to enjoy for free. Hope you get a chance to visit. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next adventure.